Yes, it's the video you've been asking for. A lot of you have been private messaging me, asking me about the hair systems, what it's like. And ever since I put the video out, I'm so amazed at how many people it's actually helped. So this video is about a year of using hair systems. What are the good points? What are the bad points? I will talk you through everything you need to know. What it's like. Does it itch? How do you maintain them? So I don't have a lot of videos to show you, but I will add some photographs to this video. So let's talk about maintenance first. When I started, I was changing hair systems every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, I was taking it off, putting it back on. Now that I'm used to it, I do it every week because I think sometimes my head needs to breathe. So I usually work from Wednesday to Sunday. That's when I have my residencies in London. And I start off putting it on the Wednesday afternoon, and I usually take it off on a Sunday. Now that I've been going to the magic circles on Monday, I tend to leave it on Mondays, and the only day I don't have my system on is a Tuesday. So when I get home on the Monday night, I will take it off and then add it back again on the Wednesday afternoon, just before I go to work. Now, how easy it is to take it on and put it off. Essentially, what you're doing is you're taping it to your head. You can use glue if you want to. I personally just use tape around the edges. So around the edges, that's where I attach the tape and then I glue it onto my head. Now, yes, it has taken me a while to get used to it. I still make mistakes every now and again. Sometimes I have my hairline really high, sometimes really low. But I think it's all about getting used to it and trying it and practicing. Like anything else, you have to practice to get better. So instead of me going to a shop and fitting it every week or so and spending all that money and time, I tend to do it at my place. And it takes me about, I would say, about an hour to get it done. Another very important point is if you're thinking about getting hair systems and you're not this person who's going to sit in front of the mirror for hours to do it and practice, don't do it. I'm the kind of person I could sit in front of the mirror, I could put my makeup on for hours. It's very therapeutic for me. I enjoy doing it. It's very relaxing. I've always been into fashion. Ever since I was 15 and 16, I remember always trying to be different, trying to be creative with my dressing sense or whatever I wear. I've always had that with me. So for me, I use the hair system as a fashion statement. And that's why a lot of people ask me, why are you even making YouTube videos about it? Well, number one is to help people and give them an idea of what it's like to wear one. But also, it's the fashion. Now, as you can, well, you can't tell in this light, but I've got a blue hair system, and the next one I'm going to be getting is red or green. And I think it fits the kind of character that I am when I perform. So when I perform, if you've seen me perform, that is, and if you watch my YouTube videos, you probably know the kind of person I am when I perform, and it fits that style. So that's why I decided to go down the whole fashion route, even though I have it on. And if people ask me at a gig sometimes, you know, it's weird because sometimes I'll get a compliment saying, nice hair. Or the thing comes up like, oh, how old are you? Are you 40? Wow, you've got a great hairline for 40 or something. And I'm open and honest to people. I said, you know what, it's not my real hair, it's extensions. And it's just, if they don't, a lot of people don't understand systems, what systems are. They'll think it's a wig or an extension or something like that. But I don't go into details about it. I said, look, if you want more details, you can watch my YouTube videos. But I tell them essentially it's not my hair and I use it for fashion. So that answers that question. The next question is about pricing. Now, obviously, I get it done by the guy who does it for me, but I don't want to give you an exact figure. But what I'm trying to say is, in terms of money, if you want to go down the cheaper route and you don't want to go down the whole fashion thing where I've got different colors every month, I would say go for a hair transplant, if that's what you're thinking of, because this can be pretty expensive. I would say after spending money for the systems and the oils and the hair products and the tapes and glues and all of that, it comes up to about £2,000 a year. If you're not willing to spend that money, don't do it. Because remember, that's an every year thing. Are you gonna stop having it after about 2 or 3 years, or are you gonna carry on? These are the choices that you have to make. I've decided to spend this money because it's my choice and I choose to. But that's just me. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the negative points. A good question is, does your head itch? Yes and no. It depends on the right system. The one I'm wearing at the moment, it's very thin. It's not itchy at all. Occasionally I want to scratch it because you can't really scratch your head. Remember, all you can do is tap it. And when it's really itchy and you start tapping your head, it's even more frustrating because you don't want to stop tapping it because it's not really scratching that itch. Now the other systems, oh my gosh, some of these systems I've had, it was terrible. I could not sleep, but it was, you just want to pull it off your head and scratch your head. And after about 2 weeks, I remember the first time I took it off, I could not stop scratching my head. I was so relieved that it was off my head. But like I said, it's a learning process, and I think it's important to know all the good and bad points. Yes, sometimes if you got a system that's not right, or the glue is not right, or the tape's not right, it would itch. Also the tape, I've tried a lot of different tapes, and I've tried some of the more expensive tapes and the cheaper tapes. And I think it's a learning process. I'm still trying out tapes, and if this is not the right one, I'm trying something else. And like with magic or anything we do, we keep learning and we keep practicing, and the hair systems are the same thing, I think, to some extent. It takes a while to get used to. This is only about a year of me talking, but I did want to make a video about a year talking about how did it work out. So far, I have about 4 hair systems. This is my current one, and I change them every 4 months. So about between 3 to 5 months, I replace them, I get a different one. I still have the old ones, I can always go back to it, but sometimes when you're busy and you're working, peak periods like November, December, usually it's quite a busy period for me, and that's when I'm doing a lot more shows. I want to have a good piece at that time. So I tend to get one that's really comfortable, non-itchy, and it fits perfectly. So that's when I usually get a new one. And then usually in January, February, March, the dead seasons, I would just tend to wear an older system that is not very, I would say, that doesn't look that good, just because I'm not out there performing much. I'm sitting at home most of the time, or just out there meeting friends. So yes, a new system would look good after a while, and then towards the end of its run, it would lose a lot of the hair where you would have to change it eventually. Let's talk about the fitting. Now, when I take it off, I have to fit it on, so I clean it. There's oils and chemicals that you use to clean your head, and basically you've got to reshave your head from here all the way around, and then you have to stick it back on. This is the system I'm wearing right now, is going to be changed tonight, so it's on the last one. So if it does look good, you're seeing it at its worst. So I think I've answered most questions. If you do have any more questions, do message me in the comments. If you don't feel comfortable messaging me in the comments and you want to private message me, I'm going to leave my Instagram below this. Like I said, not everyone is comfortable like me to wear this and put it up on YouTube. A lot of people want to message me privately, and I'll leave my Instagram details below. So feel free to message me and contact me on there, and I'm happy to give you any advice you need to. There you go. So I hope this video helped you. I know this is a very different video to make from my usual interviews and performances and stuff, but I hope you're enjoying this, and let me know if you want to see any more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. These questions of what can go wrong and has gone wrong, and good audience. Yep, that's my audience right there.